guys, it's Bella and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I have my plan with me for the 17th of June to the 23rd of June. Yes, that is correct. So here is my base. I love how this looks. I tried something different this week and I have combined two different foil shops in the same color or as close to the same color as I can. But yes, here is the kit. This is Black History from Café with Anna. This is my first time trying a kit from her shop, but I really love how this spread turned out in the end and I really loved working with her kit format. I did pick this up in the bigger kit, so this is like the ultimate version, but she does have a mini kit as well. This is Painted Lilac Arts clip art, which was originally released for Black History Month in February, but I had already had my February lineup all sorted, so I ended up picking this kit up for this week, which was the week of Juneteenth, and then I did end up picking up the Juneteenth art that Emma from Painted Lilac Arts released as a monthly kit. So you'll see that in a couple videos time when I do my June monthly spread, which as of doing this voiceover, I have already filmed, but when I had filmed this video, I had yet to film. So you'll see me sort of show that towards the end of the spread, like the base. But yes, for foil, I pulled in the grid bundle from 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚗𝚡 in Antique Gold. And then I did also pick up some foil from Plan With Me stickers. So I did pick up the Black Power underlays, which I only picked up one sheet because I was only going to use one sheet. And then I did pick up the bottom washi overlays. And I think here I was just talking about how I cut up some of the extra overlay to use as deco at the top. But yes, because this wasn't available in a full bundle from Plan With Me stickers, that's why I pulled in the 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚗𝚡 bundle, just so I had those elements like the headers and that kind of thing. So yeah, I did end up layering the two underlay patterns because I wasn't really sure what I was going to do when I did my haul and my lineup and everything, but I do really love the layered look. So yeah, a whole bunch of firsts this time in this spread, but I do really love how this turned out. I think I also mentioned that the colors of the two foils aren't the exact same, but once it's all laid down and sort of put together, it's not too noticeable. So yeah, so as always, just zooming in, taking my pages out, zooming in, getting started, putting my YouTube on, all the usual. And I think I did also just sort the sheets that I needed so that I didn't have to constantly flick through to find the pages and things that I needed. And I do have my reusable sticker book with my stickers pulled for the spread. But you'll see that I use as many icons as I can from the foil bundle as well, because the colors in this kit are very neutral. So the black and then the sort of neutral brown tones. And I don't have a lot of stickers in those foil colors in those colors. What am I trying to say? I don't know. So yeah, I didn't color block the spread again because I think I color blocked the next spread. But I did, as always, try to do my little pattern with the colors in the kit, although I do mess this up on the Monday, so you'll see me do that in a second. But yes, first thing I marked on Monday was that it was Eid al-Adha. I always mess that up every time I try to say it. But yes, second of the two Eids that happen in the year. I don't personally celebrate, but I like to have these scripts so that I know when these events are in my planner. So yeah, that script I made for myself on my holidays and important events sort of sheet. So yes, I got up early for work that day and then I went to work. So I used the coffee cup from the foil bundle for getting up early, and then for work I used a piece of deco and the work script that I made myself. So yes, as always, I do fill everything in off camera at the end. I just find it a lot easier to do so. And then I do also add any foiled scripts off camera, but I will mention which scripts I use and where. So yes. Then I marked in that Rise had their comeback. So I believe this was their first album because they had released a couple of single albums. I don't think this was a mini. I think this was an actual full album, which I really enjoyed. They had released the B-sides a couple, I think a week or two earlier. So you were able to listen and stream to all of those. And then they released the title track, obviously, this day, which was Boom Boom Bass. So yes, really enjoyed the album. Their future as a group is a little uncertain at the moment, so It's kind of odd, like talking about it now, back when everything was, you know, a simpler time. But hopefully we'll be able to hear more music from them, and hopefully as a full group of 7 members and not just 6. But we will see what happens there. Then I went to Pilates, and then I had TV time. So I think I was just watching One Tree Hill and probably like a few other things, because I am one of those people that watches like 6 different shows at once, and I sort of flip-flop between like binge watching like one show for a period of time and then switching to something else. I blame my like poor attention span for that, but yes. So I used the TV squidge from Stick with Plans, and then I used the Reformer sticker from Carly Plans, and then for the K-pop comeback I used the Podcast Girl from Fox and Cactus. Then on Tuesday, I had the day off because I had switched shifts with one of the girls from work, because she wasn't able to work the Wednesday, and so she wanted my Tuesday shift, so I ended up swapping. So instead of having my day off on Wednesday, I had the day off on Tuesday. So yeah, so I marked that in with the day off munchkin from Once More With Love, and then I used the day off script from the bundle, which is sort of redundant because the munchkin does say like day off underneath, but I wanted to be able to use that script, and yeah, I don't know. So I did that. I marked in bringing the bins in with the bin icon from the bundle, and then it was a rainy day, so I used the umbrella from the 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 closed because they are moving. So hopefully they'll be able to reopen once they're all settled and everything, because I do really, really enjoy that shop. And I do recommend, if you're ever looking for icons and things, they are on Etsy. So definitely follow like their Instagram and everything to keep updated as to like when they reopen, if they reopen, which hopefully they do. But I know a lot of shops these days are struggling, so definitely support your favorite small businesses when you can. So yeah, then at the bottom I marked in Unbi had her comeback, which I really enjoyed. So I used the AirPod sticker from the Style Planner. Then I had another YouTube binge, which I tend to have a YouTube binge like most days, but I don't always mark it. I usually mark it either when I don't have anything else to mark, or if I had like a significant YouTube binge. So yeah, had a YouTube binge, and then we booked high tea for my mum's birthday the following week, because I think we just weren't really sure what we were going to do. Like we sort of were like, oh, should we go for lunch? Should we go for dinner? Should we go for high tea? Where should we go? That kind of thing. So we ended up booking high tea at the place that we normally go to, which is like this restaurant on like the 33rd floor of this massive like office building, and it rotates. So like while you're sitting there, it like the restaurant slowly spins and you get to see like the views of the river and the city and everything. We've been there a few times for high tea, and then we also went for my birthday earlier in the year. And my mum just decided that she wanted to go for high tea instead of going for like lunch or anything like that, just because it is better like value for money that way. So we booked that, and then we ended the night watching 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚘, which we have watched a billion times, but we just felt like watching it that night. I think we just wanted something that we'd already seen, mostly as like background noise. But yeah, so I used the like TV in bed girl from Fox and Cactus for that. I used the YouTube icon from 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚜 and the YouTube binge script from the bundle, and then the heart icon from the bundle. Then on Wednesday, I marked in my Canva subscription build. So I used the credit card icon from 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚗 to make my own little sort of build you sticker. I also marked in work, again, the same way that I have with the piece of deco and the work script. And then here I am just trimming up this like label box, rounded label box, to fit into the space. And then I did add in my script for Juneteenth, because this was the day of Juneteenth. So yes, also from the like holidays / important dates sheet that I have made for myself. And then yeah, here I'm just putting in my stickers for work, and then we will move into the rest of the day. So we went to Pilates that night, which I believe this was the night that I drove to Pilates because of like the weather, because I think this was kind of like a rainy start to the week, I think, or it was going to rain at some point like while we were at Pilates, and we didn't want to have to like walk home in the rain, because we do normally walk to Pilates because it's not that far. But I did have my car at this point because I had gotten my brand new car like a couple of weeks earlier. So I was still like getting used to it and everything. But yes, we drove to Pilates, I believe. And then I was very PMS, so I had a bit of a mental breakdown. I honestly don't even know like what triggered it. I think we were just like in the car, and then all of a sudden it just like kind of hit me, and I just was like moody for the rest of the evening, and then I did end up getting my period the next day, so that kind of explained it. But yes, so I just used the Anxiety Girl from Fox and Cactus for that, the Pilates Reformer from Cully Plans for Pilates, and then I did also pull in the Mental Effing Breakdown script from the bundle. And then I just marked in finishing Duna, which is a K-drama on Netflix. It is a shorter K-drama than most. I think it was like an 10 episode, something like that. I think it was like a Netflix, like made for Netflix K-drama, possibly. But yes, did really enjoy that. It did take me a little while to get into, because it is definitely like sort of like a slow burn. But I did really enjoy that. And then on my sidebar, I just marked in 1 week until my mum's birthday as my sort of weekly highlight. And that Netflix sticker is from Cully Plans, and then the balloons were from 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 the pajamas from 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚡, and then I did pull in the sleep-in script from the bundle. And then I marked in getting my period. So I think here I was just trying to find a label to use, but I did use this label, and then I pulled in the tampon stickers from 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚗𝚜, which was sort of like a perfect match for the like orangey color in the kit. Then I did a voiceover. I can't remember which video I voiceovered at this point. I just wrote voiceover plan with me. I really should like put specifics in my notes when I do like my notes. I do it sometimes. So sometimes it's like film, you know, XYZ lineup, or film XYZ like monthly plan with me, that kind of thing. But for my weeklies, I just sort of just like write like film plan with me, and I don't put specifics. So then, you know, when it comes to doing these videos, I can't really tell you which video I was filming or editing or whatever. But yes, I edited a video that day. So that sticker is from Stick with the Plans. Then Hui-young from SF9 had his solo debut, which was super exciting. And I really enjoyed his like solo mini album. So I used the headphones gel again from Fox and Cactus for that. Then Mum and I went to yoga, which this was the first time that we went to yoga with like the newest Thursday instructor, because the class did change to like a yin and sound class, which we haven't been back to that specific class since, just because it's hard with the schedule, because this class like starts a lot later. So it starts at 7:30, whereas most of the other classes usually start like 6 o'clock. So it just like finishes really late, and then, you know, with work the next day and everything, it's just, I don't know, it's a bit much. So I don't know, we'd like to go back at some point and get back into it, because we do enjoy doing yin twice a week if we can. But yeah, so I used the yoga mat from 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚘𝚘, and then I marked in binge watching, because I think this was the day that I started watching Queen of Tears, which is another K-drama on Netflix, which I've yet to finish. I think I've only gotten up to like episode 10, because I had a period of time where I was like really watching it, and then the plot just kind of started dragging, in my opinion. So I haven't finished it yet, but I will probably get back to it at some point. So I used the Netflix emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. and then the binge watch script from the bundle. Then on the Friday, I marked in it was the beginning of Cancer season. So that sticker is one that I've made myself on a little astrology sheet that I've made that has like the moon phases, any like planet retrogrades, and then also when each like astrological season starts. So yeah. Which I've just recently gotten an astrology planner for 2025, which I'm not allowed to touch until Christmas because it's technically a Christmas present, but Mum and I have one each, so I'm going to be using that when I make my like astrology scripts and things for next year, which is super exciting to have that as a reference. So yes, and then I'll also be able to, you know, journal and stuff in that to see how, you know, certain planetary things affect me. I don't know. I'm still like iffy when it comes to astrology. I believe parts of it, and then other parts I'm kind of like, okay, sure. But yeah, anyways, I washed my hair before work. I went to work. I had really bad period cramps. It was the first day of winter, and then I finished the day watching more Queen of Tears, and I also marked in that it was the International Day of Yoga, because I ran out of space to sort of put that in, so I just sort of tacked it on down the bottom. But yes, for washing hair, I used the Hair Wash Girl from Fox and Cactus, which is one of my favorite stickers. Marked in work the same way that I always have with the work script and the deco. Then I marked in cramps with the squidge from like the sick day sheet with the hot water bottle. so cute and literally me when I'm on my period. Then for Winter Begins, that script is one that I made again from my like important dates sheet, because I do have like the seasons on there as well. And I think I also have my like hello months on there as well, because I used to originally like make them as like a separate sheet, but I found that I had like way too much wastage, because, you know, you only really use those stickers like once or twice. So I just sort of like added them into like the one design, if that makes sense. And then for Queen of Tears, again, use the Netflix icon from Colored Plants. Then on the Saturday, I marked in my Spotify bill. So I used the credit card icon from 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚘𝚘 again. And then I pulled in the Build You script from the bundle, because I, you know, didn't feel the need to write it in, because I sort of knew what it was. Then I marked in the full moon in Capricorn. So again, using a script from the astrology sheet that I made myself. Had work that day, which I think this was just like a chaotic day, which it sort of was for the most part when I was on Click and Collect, because we had like the whole 1 hour picks that we had to do, and then our inventory wasn't always accurate, or things weren't located. And it was just, you know, it was just rough sometimes. Like some days were easy breezy and it was like, it was good. But especially like the weekends, because it was so busy and, you know, it was hard to find the time to like go and pick the orders while also trying to help like the front team with the registers and everything and breaks, and I don't know, it was just chaotic. So yeah, I was definitely feeling stressed this day in particular, and I think also being on my period probably didn't help. So I used the like anxiety emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. I had a YouTube binge, and then I marked in doing groceries, which I think we probably either went to the deli or to the like gourmet like food store kind of thing, because both of those are open later on weekends. Because like the supermarket closes at like 5 o'clock on a weekend. So I don't think it was that, because I worked until 5 o'clock. Unless I think it was that. Anyways, so marked in groceries with the grocery icon, like the grocery cart from the bundle and the grocery script. And then I ended the night again watching more Queen of Tears, because like I said, I think I was like on a roll at this point, and I think I probably watched some the following week maybe. But yes, and then I sort of like hit a wall and stopped watching, and started watching a different K-drama in I think July or August. So yes. Yes, then on Sunday I marked in Sleeping In. So again, used the pajamas from 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚑𝚘𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑��ْ:₂ I pre-uploaded a video. I had a YouTube binge, and then we booked Pilates following week. So for pre-uploading, I used the like film clapper from the foil bundle. YouTube binge, again, the YouTube icon from 𝚑𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑 using like the mobile app. And then we went to Yin, which I think this was like the last time we actually went to yoga for like a few months. And then recently, as of October, we have started to go back again, but only on like the Sunday classes. Just again, because of scheduling issues and whatnot. But hopefully we can eventually go back to going twice a week, whether we end up doing like 2 yin classes or maybe even do like a power vinyasa and then a yin. But I think it'll get a lot easier when we hit like summer and it gets like, you know, warmer and we feel more like enthused to get up early, especially like on a weekend, because now as of like October, I don't work weekends anymore because my role has changed. So yeah, I have a bit more flexibility in terms of like working out on the weekends if I want to work out on the weekends, if I can motivate myself to work out on weekends. So yeah, that yoga sticker, like the yoga mat, is from 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚡𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚘. Then I put petrol in my car for the first time, which was super exciting. So I used the car icon from the 4 bundle and I had to pull in the gas script. Although if I was ever to get custom scripts or make custom scripts, I'd probably get one that says petrol because that's how I call it. But obviously Planner Hannah's an American shop, so you know, it's putting gas in the car. But yes, and then I finished the night watching The Simpsons. So that Disney Plus sticker is from 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘. Here is the finished spread all filled in. I did, as always, fill everything in with my Sharpie S gel, and then to write on the paper, I used this pen, which I believe I got from a Honeybee Shop subscription. But it is just a general like ballpoint pen. So yes, and I think here I was just talking about how I pulled in the icons and things from the bundle. But yes, really, really love how this turned out, and it makes me very excited to use another Café with Anna kit in September. So you'll see that when I get to my next haul and my September lineup, which hopefully I'll be like super caught up soon and I won't be so far behind. But you know, yeah. And then here I was just showing my next 2 spreads. So we have my like spread for my mom's birthday week and then my June monthly, which like I said is using that Juneteenth art. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.